thank you again for jumping on with me and talking to me about your business and your career. And as you know, here at the Blue Collar Virtual Trade School, we are doing our best to get more young people into these trades, right? And I couldn't think of anybody better than you to be the spokesperson of why and how it can be such a beneficial career to young people that are thinking about something new. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Let's start there. Let's tell me a little bit about your background, about how you got into the trades and so on.
Sure. So went into the Air Force at 18, worked on fighter jets and some training jets and stuff like that, and ended up going into a career in aviation, working on commercial airplanes. And come 2005, I think it was, ended up getting laid off from the airlines. They were making changes in how they run their business, and they laid off a bunch of mechanics. So fortunately, I had enough time to think about what I wanted to do the rest of my life, and decided to go into heating and air conditioning. So I took some training. I got some classes in HVAC, and came to work here at 1 Hour Heating as an installer, and then worked my way up from install to service to operations manager to general manager. And then in 2014, they sold me the business. So
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's interesting. So why did you choose HVAC? I mean, so when things changed in the airlines for you with the mechanic side and with the airlines, why did you choose HVAC?
Well, it was, I was in the aviation field, which has a lot of layoffs, and you're restricted in where you can work, and you're probably never going to own your own aircraft repair station or anything like that. So you're just kind of stuck in a mold. And I wanted something that was different than that. And so I picked heating and air conditioning. I looked at the three trades, and I thought that HVAC was kind of a better fit just because it's fairly recession proof. If it's cold, people are going to pay to fix their furnace or replace it. And the same with heating or during when it's hot with air conditioning. It gives you a lot of options. I could move anywhere in the country and use the skills that I have. I could live in cities, in the country, wherever I want. And if I wanted to, I could even put a shingle outside my door and work for myself. And so I liked it gave me a lot of options. I liked I wouldn't get laid off. I like that, if you work hard, you can do something with your life. So that's why I picked it.
There you go. I remember talking to you in the past, and you said, I live in Minnesota and it gets really hot and it gets really cold. Air conditioning, right?
Yeah.
Air conditioning.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. We're in a climate that, if it's November, December, January, if your furnace goes out, you're getting it fixed. There's no options. It's not, well, we'll wait it out, or, we don't really need that thing anyways. They're getting it fixed.
Yeah. You got both climates, extremes on both climates, right? So, okay. So I appreciate you saying that. What's been, when you think back to, I know you're the owner of this business today, but if you can kind of think back 10 years ago or so when you became a installer, technician, what was that like? What's the best part about being a technician that maybe you weren't thinking about when you first started?
My biggest concern was that I didn't think that I would like going to people's houses and dealing with customers and all that. I just thought that was going to be a sticking point for me. But it ended up being the best part of the whole job. You have maybe 1% of the people that you wish you never went to their house, but the other 99% are great people. And just seeing their faces when you fix their furnace or when you fix their air conditioner, or nowadays people are so used to their air conditioning. We'll have people that, if it takes us a couple of days to install their stuff, they'll go and stay at a hotel for 3 days waiting for the air conditioner to be installed. So, if you can get it fixed for them and take care of them, it's an amazing feeling. Like I said, we're not EMS, we're not doctors, we're not policemen or anything like that, but we're a pretty important group of people. And with the COVID, it proved how important we were. We didn't miss a day of work, and in fact, we're having a record year, and have hired a lot of people that may have been laid off in their other businesses, and they're working every day. So
yeah, good. What kind of money can a student, or so if you, let's just say you hired someone from our virtual trade school,
Mhm.
when you hire someone new that's just coming out of school, whether it's regular trade school or virtual trade school, what kind of money can they expect to make?
Yeah, I would say
Short term, long term.
short term and long term. I would say that early on they're probably making, I don't know. We have some guys that are brand new that are starting maybe like 30, 40,000 a year. I would say that they probably move up pretty quick from there. The average guy, I would say, makes probably 85, 90,000. And we have one gentleman that'll hit 200,000 this year, and probably a few of them that'll be almost 150,000. So
Wow.
it's the great thing about it is, the harder you work and the more you're willing to put into the business, the more money you can make off of it. So
I always think it's interesting when you say our average guy. When I say average, like, okay, our average guy makes 90,000. I mean,
yeah,
it seems ridiculous.
yeah, it is crazy what people make, but it's because they're very good at what they do. You can't be, going out and upsetting customers, or, well, we just can't fix this one today, or, we're not going to show up today. We're very good at showing up. We show up on time. We take great care of our customers, and fixing it is the name of the game. So, if you can get in there and fix the equipment and move on to another call, then we're taking care of more customers, and the business keeps growing. So,
Right. So when you think about your journey, right? So all the way back, is there anything going back to when you were a kid in Detroit, right?
yeah,
You grew up in Detroit?
yeah, just outside it.
Um, yeah. Is there anything you would have done different now, knowing, with hindsight as a,
Oh, I would have done it instead of the airplane stuff. I think, it was, everybody puts a stigma on plumbing and electrical and HVAC or mechanics or any of that stuff. But, you know, to have gone into HVAC from day one, I mean, starting at 18 years old, I mean, I might have been retired by now if I could have had those extra 40 some years of working on this kind of equipment.
yeah, yeah, there you go. What advice would you give? So again, we're trying to talk to people that are either coming out of high school, right, and considering, do I go to college, or do I go to a trade school, or do I go to virtual trade school, or do I just get a regular job? Or there's people who have, their life has been turned upside down because of the recession or COVID, or there are just people kind of stuck in a rut in a career of which they don't feel like it's going anywhere. What would be your best advice for them?
Yeah, I would say, check out the trades. I tell everybody, I'm a firm believer in it because of how it changed my life. My goal at the time was to make as much money as I made working on airplanes, and I'm almost there. But no, I'm kidding. So but the biggest thing is just to give them a try, look into it. There's so many job openings right now. You're in such high demand, and it's a rewarding job. I don't know what people have in their mind of what a plumber does every day, but it's probably not what you think. And same thing with HVAC and electrical. There's, the way society has become is that, it used to be like my dad always worked on all of his own stuff. I don't even work on my own stuff anymore. Nobody works on their own stuff. So they need people in the trades, and the more training you can get beforehand, you're just going to be better off, because you're going to be ready to jump right into a truck, learn how the company does their processes, and then you're off making money. And the company appreciates it, you appreciate it. Another great thing about being an HVAC tech was, when I came here, it was, look, that truck out there is your business. As long as your business is out there doing the right things, you'll never hear from me. So it's not like working in a factory setting or anything like that, where somebody's over the top of you constantly. It felt like I was running my own business day one.